If you think your inbox is tough, you should see a provider's. It's much worse. And so when you think about AI, the things that AI can do really well is it can understand a problem and it can digest very large volumes of data to try to answer that question. So with things like lab results that come back, we have built a solution that can take a set of lab results coming back. We can load all of the history for a patient, so everything that's ever happened for that patient, and we can analyze the lab results in the context of that patient's history. And that's really important because you might get lab results back for a patient, and let's say that they were a diabetic. Well, then you would do things slightly different than if they were not a diabetic. Or let's say a person's pregnant. Lab values can be quite different for a person. So our intelligence helps us to analyze the lab results, go back and compare it to prior lab results, suggest, we can create a smart summary for those set of labs, and we can suggest to the provider, hey, here's what you might think about doing next for this specific patient. And in our solution, it goes even as far as, and here's a message that you could send to the patient explaining what the lab results were and what we're going to do next. So you can actually do a lot of that work for them that they would otherwise have to do. Now, to be really, really important point, we believe in empowering the provider, not necessarily just doing it for them. So when it comes down to it, I think of their clinical expertise. They went to school for many, many years and they've trained and they've got all this experience. That clinical expertise is a very precious resource. And what we try to help them do is use that where it is best needed. And I think that is absolutely the key here. It's not that you don't want to get doctors involved. You want to get them involved where they need to be involved, and then they can really, really help. And AI is a way to make that happen.